Hello and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, please subscribe, like, or select notifications. So today I have a weighted workout for you using dumbbells and focusing on your chest and triceps. All you'll need is a mat. We're going to come down first for a set of push-ups to warm us up. All right, so hands under shoulders, knees or toes. Come down, doing more of a tricep push-up. So you want to keep your elbows nice and tight to your body. Light pause at the bottom of the rep. Light pause at the top of the rep. So we can really feel that stretch and then that strength response along the chest, into the shoulders, and then back along the backs of the arms into those triceps. Really squeeze, push the floor away. Spread the shoulders across your back. Almost there, just a few more to go. Fantastic. Let's do one more and then come back into a child's pose. Hips towards heels, arms to the front, stretch, check in with your body, see how you're feeling. And then let's get into our dumbbell weighted workout. We've got 3 rounds. We're going to go back to back into each exercise. So a little shoulder roll. Come on down to your back, knees bent, and 1 dumbbell in each hand. We're going to start with a chest press, core braced, feet nice and close, tucked in towards you. We're going to press the weights up towards one another and then pull them apart on the way down. Good. Now as you press up, imagine you are holding on to 2 opposing magnets so that every time you push up to the top, you're really flexing along the front of the body. So really feel the chest pull inward. And then as you bring the elbows down to the floor, feel light stretch across the chest. So maybe like you're spreading those elbows all the way down to the floor. Good. Pulling the shoulders nice and wide. Next exercise, turn the palms inward and let's go into an A press. So this is same as a chest press, it's just palms face one another. Activates just a little bit differently, so you might feel this a little bit different along the chest line. Good, gives us a new stimulus to work through and allows us to keep the focus again, chest, shoulders, a little bit into triceps. So triceps are those big pushing muscles along the backs of the arms. Front shoulders are helping with that adduction, bringing the weights up and in. And of course, the chest spreading apart as we bring the weights down and then pulling back together as we bring the weights up. Next exercise we're going into is a chest fly. So you're going to keep a soft bend into the elbows and then just pull the weights apart on the way down to the ground and then press the weights back together. Again, those opposing magnets. So try to get them so that they almost touch, squeeze as close as you can, and then pull them right back apart. Good, let's do a few more like that. Continue to squeeze in and out. And as we do these exercises, we can check in with the rest of your body. Heels nice and close. Core braced, navel pulled back towards spine. Chin lifted from chest, so we've got plenty of room for each breath as we progress through these exercises. Next one is going to be a tricep extension. So as you bring those weights up to the top, we're going to slowly bend the elbows, keep them over the shoulder line, and just lower the edge of the dumbbell down towards the forehead. Now, as you bring the dumbbells back up, squeeze along the back of the arm. So unfolding the elbow to your edge where you feel you are getting that strength training into the back of the arm. Now, here's the first time we're able to squeeze the weights towards one another, and we want to keep the elbows nice and tight. So as soon as the elbows flare, we again dive into a little bit different along the muscle. So the closer the elbows are in, the more the tricep is going to work. Awesome. Let's bring those weights down to the floor. Come on up and do a little shoulder roll and some stretches into the chest. Good. Pump the fingers in and out a few times, and let's go in for round 2. All right, so this time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go from a bridge. So Bring your heels in nice and close. Squeeze the heels into the floor. Press through the backs of the legs. And again, we go into our chest press. So this gives you a bit of a decline. So we're working a bit of the lower area of the chest from here. Squeezing into the glutes and hamstrings. So we're getting into the posterior chain as we work through the front of the body. Good. Chin is still lifted from the chest. We've still got our core activation, navel pulled back towards spine. We're just holding onto that hip bridge. Now, option here, you could also place like 2 pillows underneath the hips, and that could lift you up. Next move, we're going into that A press. Palms face one another at the top, and then the elbows pull apart at the bottom. Now, when you pull apart at the bottom, the hands are kind of inside the elbow line. See if you can spread those weights. Good, just like you're pulling them apart. Good, imagine pulling a rubber band or a band down towards the floor with you. Really activating. And then squeeze those oppositional weights or magnets towards one another at the top. Going next into your chest fly. Open, 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 and then squeeze back shut. Anytime you need to reset your bridge, go ahead and do that. Really drive through those hamstrings and glutes as you go into your chest fly and pull in together. Go ahead, open and squeeze back in. Awesome. Keep going. Keep going. You've done such a fantastic job so far. We are almost there. Going into your tricep extension. All right, so same thing as before. Elbows stacked over shoulders. Dumbbells coming down towards the forehead. Squeezing along the backs of the arms on the way up. Make sure you're still driving through the heels, still bridging up through those hips. Go ahead, still activating the core. So we've got everything working in concert together. Good, press, press, press. Last one. And let's bring those weights down towards the floor. Come on up. And go into our chest stretch. Shoulder rolls. And finger pumps. All right, we're going into round 3. For round 3, you want to have a pillow under your back. This is going to give you a slight incline. Chest press is our first exercise. Kind of really squeeze. Kind of separate the shoulders along the back as you press those weights up. Can you reach them even higher? Good, press them just millimeters from one another and then bring it down into the A press. Good, really pull the weights down towards the floor. In this incline, you're working a little bit bigger range of motion. So you can bring the elbows down, get a little bit more stretch across the chest. And the more we stretch the muscle, the more muscle fiber we have to use to get back up. Next up is our fly. We're going to go ahead, open, 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 squeeze back in. Almost there. Keep going, reach out, squeeze in. Awesome, last one. And let's go into our tricep extension. Good, now here you might feel like you have less range of motion. Your head is up closer, so the dumbbell can't come down quite as far. So can we press the weights up even higher towards the ceiling? Could really get some heat into the back of the arm. Last one. One more for good luck, and then bring it all the way down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And that's it. Big stretch across the chest. A little stretch across the back as well, reaching the arms forward, interlace the fingers, go ahead, roll through the shoulders, roll through the wrists. And then you know what? You better give yourself a big old hug. Pull it in. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have an amazing one, and I'll see you next time.